What's up, guys? We're here. This is gonna be like another like Blender like Roblox tutorial. So we're gonna make like pretty much VFX, and this is gonna be like the pretty much the VFX that you see in like other people like make. I'm gonna just show you like how to make them because those are like the basic forms of VFX. So you need to open Blender, and if you don't know where to get Blender from, you just go to Google, and then you'll see blender.org. You can just click that, download Blender, and then just open it. But yeah, once you got Blender open, um you can delete the camera and like the light and also the brick. Sorry for the word cut. Alright, so once you got like your Blender, and if you wanna like remove like a part, just click X on your keyboard and it should pop up, and then click delete. So we're gonna do like your typical like spear like visual effects. So what they usually start off with is they'll use a UV spear, or you could use like a cube or whatever and just like subdivide it. But I like using a UV spear. And then you can go to the wrench. This is where like the modifiers are. Add subdivision. Then we just do like 2 of it, right? And then click this arrow and then apply. So you should have like a lot of vertices. Now I'm gonna make this like bigger. In order to make something bigger, just click S, and then if you hold control, you can do it at like a 0.1 rate. And if you click this arrow right here next to the like 2 circles, click on statistics, and then you can see how many like trigs you have, like triangles, because that's going to be important to keep track of. And we'll get rid of like a lot when we get deeper into this tutorial. And now I'm gonna just make this smooth by going to object, shade smooth. And then what I like to do is I like to triangulate the vertices again, just so I can have like extra vertices to play with. And then so what you want to do is click tab, and this is a shortcut for edit mode. If you watch like the Blender tutorial I made before this, then you'll know. But yeah, and if you double tap A, it unselects everything. If you click A once, it selects it all. So now what we want to do is go to this like triangle, like this green triangle right here. Click on the plus in the vertex group, and then you should see group. Click assign, right? And then click tab. Sorry for the cut. Alright. And then you should be in like object mode. Then click the wrench again. Now we're gonna need to add 2 modifiers. One is called the weight, the vertex weight edit, and then the other one is called a mask. So what I like to do is, or what you have to do, is click this and then select the group, because that's like the thing that we created here, the vertex group. And you'll do the same for this. Now for the mask, click the blue arrow, and then this will like disappear for a minute, right? Then drag the slider just a little bit, not like too far over. Now go back to the weight edit, click fall off, that should pop up. Change type to custom curve, right? And then just take each end and just bring it to the opposite like side that they were on. So now your spear should be back, and then it's gonna go away again when we do this. So open up influence, click the new, and then click like the 2 pills icon, and this brings you to like your texture. So the main texture I like to use is the marble, and you can see it's already starting to like take shape a little bit. And now what I like to do is also add the other modifiers first. So I'm gonna just click this like triangles to like collapse them. I'll keep this one open. but add a simple deform. Now you could do a bunch with this. This usually like rotates your object and stuff like that. So I'm gonna just like rotate it a little bit. You can see like the visual effects is starting to come in, and it's starting to look nicer. And then add in a smooth modifier, and then change repeat to 20, and then you should see like it's smooth now. Now, you can play around with the like mask to make it less or more of it. And play around with it, and then click like the arrow, go back to the weight edit since you have our like the last two that we put in, and then just click the pill bottles again, and then you could play around with the noise. You could change the way the noise is, change the size. The bigger it is, like the bigger like the sort of visual effect looks, and then the smaller you make it, the smaller and more jank it looks. And I like to do like maybe like 1, and then turn turbulence. You can either turn it up so you get like more ripple effects, which this seems nice, so we'll keep this actually. And yeah, it doesn't really matter with a nebula. Depth can help as well. I just like tend, whenever I like use these like visual effects, and I just like leave the depth in a nebula like alone or whatever. And then now, since we have this, right, we pretty much got like the main like core done. And copy and paste it. So Control C, Control V, and then like select it and then drag it over. So now we have 2 of them, right? So this one, we're gonna go to the wrench, and we're gonna remove all of the modifiers. So just click the X, and then copy and paste it, right? And now you have 2 spheres. Now select the one in the middle, click tab, and actually before we get to that, actually let me slide this over real quick. Well, I don't need to do that. So go back to the main like mesh that we made, and for me it's apply all, but for you, you might just have to do apply, 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 and apply, right? And if you click tab, you can see how many vertices. 10,000 is the max for Roblox right now, so you want to get it less than 10,000. And when it comes to like non-handmade meshes, I just use a decimate. If it is handmade, then I'll like manually take away vertices. But let's just like at least cut this in half, maybe a quarter of what it used to be, and it still looks nice. So I'm gonna apply it, and now it only has 2.5k vertices, which is nice. Now we have like this sphere. You want to do the same thing with the decimate tool. So 0.25. We could probably do 0.1 to be honest with you. And then apply. Then this has, 1,500. And then I'm just recopy this. Now I'm gonna give this like a cell shading effect. So keep this untouched, but select the one in the middle. Click tab. Now go to mesh, normals, and then flip, right? So this will create like a sort of like cell shading, and you'll see like when I bring these into the game. So now how do I like import or export anything? You just want to select them all, go to file, export, FBX, and then for video purpose, I'm gonna just call this tutorial VFX. Now select the objects, check that off, because we want to only import the stuff that we selected. And then the scale, so scale is good because you can make it smaller or bigger. I'm gonna just make it like smaller right now, and then we could change the size like in the studio. So just FBX, export it. Let me just save this real quick. Alright, so we already got exported it. So go to Roblox, click View, Asset Manager, Bulk Import, which is like that import icon right here, and then find your visual effects. This is mine. I click Open, and then I apply all, and now you'll see like this screen pop up, and it's gonna load the visual effects. So once they're loaded, you can X that out, and then you can click this and then shift left click and select them all, then right click, insert with location. So now that we have this like inserted, we can change like the size. We change them to like 15 by 15 by 15, and then yeah, so we pretty much have the ball like mesh. Now for this, if you have like something like this, sometimes I like to keep it like this depending on like the mesh I'm doing, but other times you can just click on double-sided and then it shows the rest of the mesh. Now I like to turn off the cat shadow. The shadow is kind of meh. So now what I'm gonna do is just create like a visual effect real quick. Just bring the ball like closer to the floor. Try to make sure it's good. I need to bring it up a little bit. And then I'm gonna make it neon material. I say like a bright orange like that. Now I'm gonna make this a little bigger than that mesh, so 15.5, 15.5, 15.5, and then I'm gonna copy the position of this, paste it right here. You can see it's like cell shaded, and you can like do that, like make it neon, and then you can make it any other color you want. We'll do, what's red look like? What's blue? I'm gonna change these colors up a little bit. Hold up. That's super bright. Okay. And then pink. Okay, that's cool. And then you just want to do the same thing. Make this a little bigger. This could be 16 by 16 by 16. And then position it on top of that. And then this can be like a dark purple color. And yeah, you just made your first visual effects. I'm gonna teach you how to do another one as well. So this is like the more like basic like spear one, and then we're gonna make another one that combine it with. So let me just save this real quick. Alright, now go back to Blender, and if you have these like all selected, you can click H and it hides them. And if you want to bring it back up, just go to the menu on the right, click the eye, and just like click it so the eye is open, and then it comes back into view. But we're gonna hide it. So now we're gonna do like a wave. I'm gonna try to make this like quicker. So there's like a few ways you can make this. I'm gonna just use a cylinder. So make a cylinder, bring it up so it looks like that. Go into edit mode with tab. So click one of the vertices, and depending on where you click is how this is gonna affect. So say if I like do this, if you shift alt and then right click, it will select anything along like this path, right? But if I do it this way, it will select the whole like path around. So that's what you want. And shift alt and then right click, and you could do it again to unselect it. But now if you want to go into perspective modes, you see like the little gimbal. You got the Z, X, and the Y. And now we're just gonna go on one of the perspectives and lower this a little bit, so it should look like that. Next we want to do is click X, and then only faces, right? And then you want to do the same for the bottom, only faces, and then select the top like ring, and then bring this out like so. Click S, and then like you can scale it outwards, right? And what I'm going to do is just scale this until I like it. I'm going to scale this a little bit. Bring this a little closer. Alright. So now that we have that, right? You should have something like this. Now remember the gimbal? Click the Z. And the hand, if you hold left click, you can like drag your camera around. So just do that so like you position yourself above it. And now we're gonna go on like a pattern to like get the spikes. So we're just gonna do the top, right, bottom, left, and then we can do like every two. Yeah, every two. And I'm holding shift as I right click to like select these. And now you should have half of them selected, right? So go into the Y perspective, drag them upward, and then scale it with S outwards. So now you see like the shape now that we have. I'm gonna just edit this like size a little bit. And then you could do something cool with, let's just bring it out more. But yeah, we have this, right? And then since this is only 64 triangles, this is more than enough to like bring into the game. I'm gonna just shade it smooth with object, and then shade smooth. Then we can just export like we did. I'm gonna call this wave tutorial. Export FBX. Go into Studio, View, Asset Manager, the bulk import button. Find your VFX. Apply all. Now it should pop up. Close that out. Right click, insert relocation. Now for this, since this is like super skinny, remember that double-sided? You see how like this is like that? You can just click double-sided and then it automatically handles that, which is nice. Then I'm gonna just scale this out. I'm gonna do like 21 and 20. And then I'm gonna select this, get the position, bam. And now I'm gonna make this bigger because it's smaller. And I'll raise this up a little bit. Maybe 25. I want to like close like that, yeah. You could do this. And now let me just grab this color. And bam. You made your first VFX. You made a spear, self shading, and like a wave. So this I'm teaching this right now because I'm about to do a series that's gonna like this is gonna lead into. So I'm just trying to get you prepared for that, right? And you can like script this as any way you want, etc. If you use like the magic tutorial and stuff. But yeah, if you like this video, hit the like, sub, share. Let me know if you want to see more like Blender tutorials, cause I don't mind doing those. I can't remember what the next video is, but it will come out like the week after. So I'm gonna try to put this video out like Saturday, and then the next video probably like around Wednesday. But yeah, peace.